guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor and Taylor.
Hello.
Hello. I talk about health, wellness, traveling and veganism on my channel, and today I have a very special video for you. My beautiful friend Taylor is going to give us an amazing tour of her Kombi van. Make sure you stick to the end because she has amazing stories about how she manifested this awesome van. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell.
So right now we're in my space where I host my ceremonies. I'm also known as the Moon Child or Taylor. Moon Guidance is my business page. For the last year I've been hosting ceremonies along the south coast, specifically for women, and we gather together under the new and full moon. Yeah, this journey has also taken me into Reiki energy healing, one-on-one soul guidance and mentorship, sound healing, astrology. I'm just so passionate about all things mystical, magical.
And Taylor's events are so amazing, and the bowls, oh my gosh, they're so good. And guys, make sure to follow Taylor. I will link all of her social handles in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into the tour. So here we are at the Kiama Lighthouse and Blowhole. I've got so many questions.
Yes, ask away.
To start with, what year is this Kombi?
Aura is a 1974 bay window Kombi. So she's 47 now. She's an old girl.
How long have you had her for now?
Since last year in August, I've had Aura. In the Kombi community, a lot of, every Kombi has to have a name. A lot of people just name their vans. But I was a little bit torn on what to name her because she didn't have a name. I was either tossing up between Luna or Aura because I just love those names. They feel like a really good vibe, good energy, and because I do love all things quite spiritual and woo-woo, Aura is literally, we all have an aura, it's our energetic field, and she brings such a good vibration and she's just so fun, so I thought Aura really suited her. She's all in original condition except for the passenger and the driver's seat. The rest is all original painting. This is an original rock and roll bed, and the engine has been reconditioned. I do have plans for the future to really deck her out, give her some fresh paint.
So you've kept the bed?
I have, so it flips and sits all the way up, and there are seat belts too. But I do need to get it reupholstered. Super groovy. I love that it's called a rock and roll bed. Other than that, I haven't added anything into the van, but I've just sort of added my style and my decorations, all 70s inspired, beachy, boho.
For people who don't know how to drive manual, this looks really, really daunting, Tate.
Yeah, you know what? It's a really big gear stick, and didn't really have any manual experience before. It's also not power steered, so you really got to get that momentum going.
Yeah.
Even with the dash here, there's not even a meter to tell you your revs, so you really got to just feel it, connect with it. I feel like I've bonded really well with Aura. I feel like I can feel her vibe. This might sound crazy to some people, but yeah, I really just had to learn off going by feel.
And hearing as well, didn't you have to hear the revs?
Yeah.
You couldn't rely
I could not rely on seeing anything. I literally just had to wing it and feel it, figure it out on my own. Just all these other little dials, I didn't even know how to turn the lights on. When I went out for my first nighttime drive, I did not know how to figure out how to put the inside dash lights on, so I had no idea the speed that I was going, but I'm assuming it was slow because Kombi life. I don't have a aircon. This is my aircon.
Nice.
Or there's this really weird fan thing.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
A bit loud. Even the window wipers and the indicators are on different sides, and they're not automatic either, so pretty much everything in here is not automatic. Unfortunately, I broke this window winder as well, so it gets pretty hot in here. Because it's also very old, all the seals are quite deteriorating. That's something I need to get done, but the wind just tends to pass through, and and if it's a really windy day, it's actually still so terrifying because I'm going all over the road.
You don't have a kitchen, so there's nothing really holding it down.
No.
Yeah, that's all right. But you've got this window, that one's working.
Yeah, but every single thing in here is just, it has its own character, and it's just completely different to like a modern car that everything's just so easy and automatic and normal. Whereas this, it's like a bit of an adventure to find it.
Totally.
Even like when it comes to turning on Aura, I've got to like have my foot down on the accelerator a little bit. There's a button in the back in the engine that gives a little bit of a boost to get her going, and then you've got to warm up for a little while. It's all a bit of a process, but it just kind of reminds you to like slow down, and you know, it really is just about the journey, just being in the moment and taking it easy. We're not in a rush to go anywhere, you know?
Yeah. A guy came up to us to like have a look at the Kombi. We've only been here like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And people are just looking because, you know, it's like so beautiful. And he was like asking about the newspaper in the dashboard.
Yeah.
So I would like to see this newspaper. So we've got the newspaper out on the dashboard. And what else do we have here?
I found this in Aura as well. It's like the original instruction manual. It pretty much tells you everything about the Kombi. Not that I would even know where to begin, but it's cool. It's so old. Me just like breaking down trying to read this manual, like no, not gonna happen. The coolest thing that I found in here was this tag to a festival, Limon Mardi Gras. Some of you may have heard of it, but this was from the Kombi convoy in 2012. Although it's not, you know, ancient history, it's still really cool to find that bit of history about her 10 years ago. I posted this in the Kombi group online. A few people commented and was like, yeah, my Kombi was in that too, and there was only 50 Kombis that went in that year. Yeah, so they said it was a very special thing to hold on to. Just a little bit of history and her story.
What is the process like of registering a vehicle like this?
I don't know for every other state or country, but I know where I live, if you do have a car that's 30 years or older, you can register in what's called club registration. You need to be part of a little group. So I'm a part of my local group. It's a lot cheaper to register, but it does restrict you to 60 drives per year. So you need to just log it in a logbook.
This trip counted as a drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh wow, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for using one of your drives for this video. Thanks.
But I don't drive Aura every day. Special drives and occasions and trips away.
Good vibe trips.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you been camping in it much?
Yeah, I have a couple of times down further south, like down Milton, Ulladulla, and even further, like Tilba. It's brought me so many amazing adventures so far. I've met so many people. People just like come up to me, like literally a man just came up to us. One of the first times that I took Aura out on my own, I took some friends with me, but I was the one driving. I ended up not being able to get into reverse because that is like, that's a puzzle. I'm great at it now, it's fine. I couldn't figure out how to get into reverse, and we ended up in front of this little Airbnb, and I think the people inside seen us struggling because there was literally like, there was like a tree really close to us. I'm like, I am not gonna be able to turn. Ended up getting out in the end. The guy came out and was like, hey, like I had the Kombi like yours, the exact same color, model and everything. Isn't it just wild how like wherever you kind of end up is exactly where you're meant to be?
Yeah. How did you find Aura Taylor?
So I've been attracted to like the van life for quite some time now. I've always dreamed of having a van. I didn't actually think that I could ever be in, you know, my dream Kombi. I just didn't think that was possible because, yeah, just knowing that they're quite rare, quite expensive. And so I was saving and saving. I just couldn't really find a van that really suited me. Like when I was searching just for, you know, a standard van, it came up in the bottom of my Gumtree and I seen it. Well, actually, my partner at the time seen it and he showed me. I was like, oh my god, they're not as like expensive as I thought they were. Keep in mind, I had nowhere near the amount of money to get one, but I thought it gave me like a sense of like, I can achieve this, like I can get this, like they're there. This lady that I connected with through the Kombi Club group, she was a local in my area and she sent me a message saying like, hey, you still looking for a Kombi? I was like, yes. And yeah, she let me know of one for sale nearby. The guy has a really groovy like European German type of name, which I thought was very fitting. Contacted him, went to check it out, and when I got to his place, I was like, oh my god, like where am I? There was like Kombis everywhere. Kombis, V-dubs, Beetles. I could tell that he was like very knowledgeable, very passionate, very groovy guy. And yeah, I seen Aura and I was just like, all right, I'm feeling the yes, I'm feeling the vibe. The day I actually bought her, my sister and her partner also came down just to double check everything. My sister's partner was like, well, you can't just buy a car and not drive it out of the driveway. I'm like, are you kidding? I don't know how to drive like a manual. But he was like, no, get in, we're going for a drive. And I was like, okay. He was like shifting the gears for me, and he was just sort of teaching me like the clutch and the sort of like the, what do you even call that? You're like working the clutch and the accelerator. Not only was it like a foreign car, foreign place, but no, it went really well and I had so much fun.
And you're so confident with driving now. Like, to get here, we went up some really hectic hills and I would be so nervous.
Honestly,
in a manual.
Still I stall like all the time. The place I live in now is literally on a hill, and the first time I took Aura out, I'm driving up the hill, I literally ran out of revs and started to roll backwards because I changed the gear too quick, and I was so scared. I was just like, ah! So that was a whole moment.
Thank you so much, Tay, for showing us like the little quirks and inner workings of the van. For people who are watching that are thinking about manifestation or even considering van life and like the two of them together, would you have any advice for them?
If you would have asked me 2 years ago, or told me 2 years ago that I would be sitting in my dream van, I would have thought that you were crazy. I would just say, like, if something's like really calling to you and activating you and lighting you up, just to keep following it, no matter what other people say, no matter like, you know, that inner critic in your mind telling you like you're not worthy or it's not achievable. Just keep going. I would add myself to van life groups to be really immersed and to learn. I was always looking on Gumtree, car sales. In terms of more like metaphysical and spiritual stuff, I made a playlist on Spotify where I made this Kombi playlist of all these like real beachy tunes. So when I'd play that in my daily, like my day car, I would just imagine myself as if I was driving the Kombi and really put myself energetically there.
I see we have your vision board here, which is amazing.
Yeah, that really helped me manifest her. Like honestly, everything on that vision board I manifested, and to the point where it decided to fall off the wall 3 times. I just wanted to keep it up there because it looked nice, but I think the universe was like, right, you need to make a new vision board now, which is so cool. And I literally posted on my Instagram story, I've manifested my dream van like 6 months before I even got it. I just decided I just literally just decided that it was going to happen for me, and it did, while still obviously trusting the flow of the universe and the outcomes as well, not being so rigid and, you know, in resistance or anything. I was just very much just putting out the intention and opening myself to receive that. I also did practices like scripting and journaling, really writing out exactly what I envisioned and like journeys I'd go on, even down to like specific details about the van. But once again, not like holding on to that so tightly that the universe didn't have room to sort of weave in the divine timing and what was meant for me. Also working with the moon as well, which I'm really passionate about, working with all the moon phases. As I said, I do host moon ceremonies, and I think that they're a really powerful time to manifest and to work with whatever specific energy is within that moon or that moon phase, or what the other planets are doing. They do have an energetic effect on us here on Earth. I would really just encourage everyone, if you're really called to do something, whether it's anything, if you really put your heart and mind and soul to it, like, you can do it. Don't let anyone else's projections or judgments get to you, because yeah, they're only like reflecting maybe their own doubts or something like that. But just keep going.
Yeah, live your best life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been so much fun filming this with you, Taylor. Just before we head off, is there anything you'd like to let anyone know, or let?
Yeah, I mean, if you feel called to, journey with me, work with me, connect with me, check me out in the description below. I would love to, make some more connections, and
That'd be awesome. So many good vibes, guys. Please don't forget to like the video if you did like it. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Tay's social media channels, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Bye.